What is going on, guys? Welcome to Greggles TV. I have my friend Ronnie here. I actually convinced him to get a Google Pixel 7 Pro. He came from a Galaxy S20, like the baseline Galaxy S20. And then before that, you had Galaxy phones?
Yeah.
Like for the most part?
Yeah, always Samsung.
Always had Samsung phones. And then within the last year or two, he saw my Pixel 6 Pro and then the 7 Pro, and he kind of fell in love with like the photos that I was taking. We'd go to like amusement parks and things like that, and he would see these photos, and that's kind of what hooked him. And at this point, he switched over completely to a Pixel 7 Pro recently. He's had it for about 2 weeks, and he also switched to the Pixel Watch. He had Galaxy watches from the past, and now he's basically all Pixel all the time. So I was gonna ask him what he liked and didn't like about both of those devices. Okay, so you've had it for 2 weeks. What are three things that you have not liked about the device thus far?
For the most part, I really liked it. What I didn't like about it was, I guess the controls on the bottom. What do you call them? Like
The navigation buttons?
yeah, the navigation buttons. Like on my Samsung, the back button's on the right, but on this one it's on the left. I've seen other phones before where you can pick like where it's gonna be, but for some reason on Pixel it's just on the left. You don't have a choice. But I know that's something that you just get used to eventually.
And you can use the gestures, obviously, you know, like the swiping gestures if you
Yeah.
wanted to switch to that, but you don't want to switch to that.
Oh yeah, because Samsung had that too, and then this one has it, but I'm not into that one.
What's another thing? I do know another thing you didn't like about it. You mentioned that the updates take a really long time, meaning like when you download the update, it takes a really long time for it to install. Like, I know what you mean by that.
Yeah. So the first update I had, it looks like it was like a frozen because it had the logo on it. It was like it was stuck on like a half G, not even like the whole Google logo. It's like half of it, and it was like that for like a while. Like I want to say like at least an hour.
Yeah, it takes a while.
Yeah.
And then what is there, do you have a third thing you don't like, or is there 4 or 5? Like, whatever you don't like about it that really stands out, what don't you like about it?
Not much. It's just a lot of the UI, kind of like the navigation buttons. It's like a lot of getting used to. I know it's like the same as Samsung. It's like same OS, but it's like it's just a lot of getting used to. The drop down menu is a little different.
Yeah, the quick toggles, like the
Yeah.
Wi-Fi button, Bluetooth, all those buttons look different than on
Yeah,
Galaxy.
so
Yep.
like a Bluetooth. With the Bluetooth one, I use it a lot because like I connect my buds to my phone and to different things, so I need to keep like changing it there. But here, when you press the Bluetooth toggle, it's just either on or off. There's no like button next to it like on Samsung where it's like expanded.
So now we heard about the things that he doesn't like, but what about some of the things that you're really, really enjoying? Some of the things that are hooking you? Obviously, let's start off with the camera. How has that changed for you, good or bad, or about the same?
Oh, camera's perfect. Like even now, I'm still. I mean, it's only been 2 weeks, but I'm still learning about it. I mean, when it touches it up, it does it really well. Like I've seen my mother-in-law use like these touch-up apps that basically erases your face. It's like it airbrushes your face to like to make you look like a robot. But this one, it does it so naturally that it makes the picture so much better. Like I'm not sure if it's the camera itself or just the software that they use on it, but it makes like especially portraits. It makes it look so much nicer.
So obviously the camera, you like that a lot. Is there anything else that stands out that you really, really like about this phone and you're glad you made the switch?
Other than the camera, having it in one ecosystem like Google, that's really good because I thought it was before. It's like, oh, it's like a sales thing. They just want you to be in one ecosystem, just buy Google everything. But they make it seem it's like a lot better if you do buy all of it together. I was using Samsung Calendar when I was using my Galaxy, and I had to switch over to Google Calendar, and now that works with everything Google that I have.
What's another thing that you like about the Pixel 7 Pro coming from the Galaxy?
So despite it being like both Android, there's a lot of new features. Not just with the camera itself, but it's like there's a bunch of small things. They don't like overload you in the beginning. Be like, oh, you can do this, you can do that, you can customize these things. The past couple of weeks, they would just give you like these tips here and there.
Oh yeah.
They would
Tips
they
and
would
tricks.
they would ease you into it.
Yeah, yeah,
which
that's
is
kinda
really
cool.
nice.
Right,
which is,
right.
a lot of them, I don't think they're gimmicky. I feel like they're pretty useful.
Very smart.
Things.
Yeah. I like that. And then you've switched over also to the Pixel Watch. Pixel Watch is their first generation device, and in some ways it feels like a first generation device to me. Like when you charge it, it doesn't really snap onto the charger. It's kind of small. It's only one size. The battery life's only 1 day. But beyond the kind of things I just mentioned, there is or maybe those are big pain points to you. Like what do you like and not like about the Pixel Watch as well?
Definitely the look. Like remember when we were talking about it when I was doing the switch, I was using a Samsung
Galaxy Watch 3.
Galaxy
I think.
Watch 3, yeah. And I was just planning on just staying Samsung.
Yeah.
But their Samsung's new one is like it's very bulky. I don't know. It's like,
Yeah, the Watch 3. So he saw my Watch 5 Pro, and obviously the Watch 5 is not as bulky, but the Watch 5 Pro is really bulky. So like it was a big turn off to him, is what he's saying about that.
I mean, I like the watch being like manly and all, but that's very. It looked very industrial.
Right.
And then I don't have it on me, but this one it just looked so much better. It looks so smoother.
Right.
The big downside is the battery, like you said.
Yeah, 1 day is kind of lame.
Versus
yeah.
what was on the Galaxy one?
Well, it depends on which one you have. It's multiple
The
days,
Pro
basically.
one?
Like 3 or 4 days. Yeah.
That's a big one. But
Yeah, it is.
The Pixel one looks so much better.
Last question is: do you have any regrets, or are you completely happy that you actually made the change to Pixel 7 Pro
Oh,
and the Google and the Pixel Watch?
Oh, I love it. I don't regret it at all.
Would you recommend people jumping from Samsung to Google, and why?
Definitely. First of all, yeah, like we talked about the camera, it's so much nicer. The UI, it's a little different, but it's Android. It's about the same, and you can see like a hints of Apple too, which I do like the simplicity of Apple. I just don't like the whole Apple ecosystem, but I think it's better than Samsung. A lot of people are saying it's still early, you're still working out kinks, but I think it's really there now.
Well, you heard it here first. It's not just me that feels, like the Pixel 7 Pro is like, and the Pixel Watch, they're devices that work really, really well, and they're just made well in terms of like the software and the hardware mixing together, and they create a smart usage out of what they do. They don't give you too much, but they give you enough, and the stuff they do give you is, again, well thought out. So thanks, Ronnie, for being on the video. And if you want to pick up a Pixel 7 Pro or Pixel Watch, they are linked down below. And if you've made the switch from Google to Samsung or Samsung to Google, whichever way, let us know if you're happy or not and what you miss. We'll see you guys down the road.